Hi folks, just wanted to let you know that the movie you're about to watch is a re-edited version of the original blog that I posted here on the 2nd of November. The original version had some footage in there that was intended just as a joke or as I was just goofing around in that, and it accidentally got put in. The wrong stuff got put in, and luckily I had a good friend that called me and said, "Hey Matt, you might want to think about that video. It's not really appropriate for family viewing." So okay, so this version is re-edited, and it's pulled the offensive material out, and I want to thank everybody for watching the original one, and so you don't have to go and watch this one and waste your time going to another one. And I also want to thank my good buddy Tim. I appreciate you calling me and saving my ass. Okay folks, here it goes. Hello possums. It's time for another one of my video blogs. And yep, I was up late last night watching YouTube. Spent a lot of time watching BearMate videos. I'm down in my basement this morning getting this video put together, and I'm kind of down here because it's nice and quiet, and I almost felt like I needed to escape. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. First though, I just want to go on about this YouTube thing. It's absolutely phenomenal, you know. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but this is like a universe unto itself. I can find anything I want. In fact, I've been going here to find stuff instead of doing Google or ask.com. This is a great space. I'm absolutely amazed at what's here and what's available to us, and I'm grateful for all the content providers here, and grateful for all of the community, because yeah, there's a few bad people on here and stuff, but they're the minority. The most of people here are great people, and I guess I better get upstairs. I got stuff in the oven up there, and I should be up there. I had a phone interview scheduled with Pillsbury. They called me and wanted to ask me about some different things, and I signed a confidential agreement, so I can't talk about it, but it was fun. I had a great time. It was supposed to be only about 15-20 minutes, and I was on the phone for 45 minutes with them, and it was a blast. And I'm not sure how it's going to come out, but all I can say at this point was when I mentioned the fact that I was doing videos on YouTube and that there was a lot of excitement there and stuff, so I got excited too. Alright, so you're probably wondering how my trip up north went last weekend, and it was the actual trip itself wasn't too bad, and I was able to get a load of stuff. Actually, it was very heavy stuff. It was all books and record albums, CDs, and all stuff like that. And I had my truck loaded. It was down on the axles. And when I got there, Greg wasn't there, and but he had left the house open for me. He was out picking corn and that. So I appreciated that he, let me come in there when he wasn't there, and so I got, like I say, a load of stuff. But in the process, I accidentally let the cat out, and I couldn't catch her. I tried and couldn't catch her, and so I called and left a message on the cell phone. Left a message and said, thank you and that. But this is what happened. I let the cat out, and so I thought things were going to be fairly okay, but about 2/3 of the way home, the text messages started coming in, and then when I got home, the emails started coming in as well too, and they weren't very pleasant ones, and I understand where this is all coming from, but in this situation, I know better than that. This was about saving face, and so I just kind of let things fade out a little bit, and didn't retaliate. That wouldn't have helped things at all. They would have just aggravated stuff. So anyway, you know how it is though, that people around you tend to find humor in some things, and no matter when something bad happens, there's always somebody that has a joke. This is the same thing. The next day I was telling my best friend Roger about this incident about letting his cat out, and he goes, see, I told they didn't care for one another, and he said, see, I told you he was a blankety blank express. He says even the cat moved out. It was just a joke, you know, and in very poor taste, but it was still funny. And so anyway, I got about 2 more loads left to go, I think, or maybe a load depending on if I can get a trailer or not. And this weekend I won't be going up because I'm going to be doing some work for my brother and sister-in-law. They need some electrical work done, so I thought I would help them with that. So I'll keep you up to date on what's going on here, and hopefully things will start to smoothen out a little bit more. So I have these heel spurs, and so doing all this moving heavy boxes and all that sort of stuff, it kind of put a pretty big hurt on me. So Sunday, the whole day, I spent licking my wounds and just trying to heal from that. And oddly enough, I didn't even have an appetite. I didn't feel like eating. And Greg and I always had this joke. It's like he'd ask me, he says, you know, are you hungry? And I'd always say, well, I'm breathing, ain't I? Well, yesterday was the first, Sunday was the first time that that I could honestly say, no, I'm not hungry, even though I am breathing. So I did that, but there's a little story that goes along with all this thing. Is like, you know, about 2 months ago I went to the doctor to get these orthotics to put in my shoes and that, and I'm wearing them the first week or so, and it was like great, things are going good, and then I started switching shoes, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, man, my feet were killing me, you know. And by Tuesday this past week, I couldn't even stand. And 11:30, my helper comes in, and I said, Ashley, you gotta stay here. I gotta take care of this. I gotta run upstairs, change my shoes, do something. I'm dying. So I get upstairs, and I'm pissed. And I take those orthotics out of my shoe, and I throw it across the room. And I got a small apartment, so it didn't throw very far. And it turns upside down, and I read on the bottom of it, it says left foot. It came out of my right shoe. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been wearing them backwards. So it's like, no wonder my feet were hurting. So that was the funny thing, the story that happened this week. And now they've switched around right, and my left foot is feeling great, just like nothing happens. The right one, though, I think I did some damage to that, and it's going to take a little while for that to heal. I'll keep you up to date on that too. Well, that about does it for this blog. Hope you have yourself a good day and a good week. I appreciate you stopping by my channel, giving a look-see. Oh yeah, I did a little work on myself last night, so I got a new look. You know, shaved it down, went back to the Amish look here. New look, new outlook. That's what I say. You guys have a good day. Bye now.